This year was full of waves for sure. A lot of lessons learned, but like it's been just so amazing this year, if I'm being honest. I feel very grateful for this year and just like the transition from leaving LA to coming back to New Jersey this year was also just eye-opening. I love this year, if I'm being honest, even though like, we all go through a lot of waves and shit gets rough and it has gotten rough, but like I made it through like every few months, even though it would go down, like it'll go right back up. And like I'm just grateful for those times and like learn from the downfalls and to just picking myself back up and knowing that like this everything is fucking possible and like just a year of like learning and just being grateful for it all.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of X's and O's. I'm your host, Xavier Hunter, and today I have the honor and privilege to interview the one, the only Niyah Badass. Niyah, how you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Great. I love the suit, by the way. Is that like your signature look?
Yes, it is. It's a part of it for sure.
Nah, I love it. So if you haven't heard Niyah already, she's a renowned DJ, producer, and gamer. Most famously with the DJ on Jack Harlow's tour a few years back. She's doing her thing. So if you haven't seen her on your TikTok feeds or your Instagram feeds already, you're about to see her right now. So
Right.
Niyah, recently you was just at the ASCAP event, taking part, such an illustrious event with the likes of Coco Jones. Describe your experience, with that.
It was really dope. Like it's like moments like that I always thought of like wanting to do growing up. So like it really doesn't like sink in until you really are outside of it thinking about it like damn, like this is something like I've always wanted to be a part of like events like this. So it was really big for me. And just overall like the energy in the room, meeting people from like ASCAP especially was super dope and like they were very like amazing and just seeing like the women go up get their awards and like say their speech about their life is just mad inspiring. So overall, it was amazing to me.
Love it. I love it. And, just being able to engage with different women throughout the industry, how's that motivated you to, help carve out your own respective lane?
It helps me all the time. Like I feel like it's just as being in this industry for so long, just meeting women with the same passion, like they're low key just like guiding and don't even know, like for example, even me, I'm probably inspiring other women. Like it's just like a what do you call that? Like from one to another, like it's always just inspiring meeting another woman in the industry. Just keep it going.
Nice. I love it. So you've been DJing for over a decade and yet you're still so young. I'm curious to know, like, what drew you into entering the DJing space?
Um, like how did I get started more of or like just in the space of DJing now?
Just how do you get started overall, like way before everything?
I want to say, yo, it really started when like I was on LimeWire downloading things to like my MP3 or my iPod. Like I was always on top of my music. And then I would go to a lot of family parties and always go up to the DJ and ask for music, like requesting all these songs. And that's what really got me started with my love for music. Like I was always on it, infatuated with music, especially like my parents, like what they grew up on. Like I listened to all that. They put me on everything and just like me discovering my own sounds as I like grew older, listening to new music. So for sure it was like everything that just like ended up just like coming into me like, you know what, I should be a DJ. I had a friend who was a DJ at the time. We were in like, well, he was DJing since he was like fourth or fifth grade. But in middle school, I started thinking about it, and in like eighth grade to like freshman year, I got my laptop and asked for help, and like that was it.
Wow, that's amazing. So you're also a producer as well. Like for those who don't know, how is DJing and producing similar? How is it different? And just how would you describe yourself as a DJ producer and carry both of those titles?
So they're very similar, but also very different at the same time. I feel like what makes them similar is just like knowing like music theory and knowing just certain elements in songs and everything about music is like the same, like as a DJ, you're spinning the music, and as a producer, you're making the music. So what sets them apart is really like a producer is making the music from scratch, and then versus like a DJ who mixes And it's all about like creating different elements, which makes them like the same.
That's dope. Well, I know for sure. I give kudos to you. If you can, I saw the video of you with T Grizzly for the McDonald's thing. If you're able to make a beat using like those weird like ketchup and pickle sounds, I applaud you for that.
Yeah, that was dope.
So like even just with that, like now you're carving out your space, you're was in Adidas campaign, you're doing stuff at T Grizzly and McDonald's. How are you able to, venture out on your own and really create this brand that you have for yourself now?
Venture out as like what?
I would say just venture out more is like establishing your brand, establishing your name, and carving out your own self.
Um, really is just putting in the work like by myself. Like, like these opportunities are blessings and they come more and more as like I'm growing in this, but it's also like up to me to create the opportunity and venture into my like my own things and my own brand and just keeping that up and just pushing myself truly. Like it's really up to me like the work that I do when I'm not doing these big things, it's like the behind the scenes work.
Nah, that's dope. And would you credit your work ethic coming from Jersey? Because I kid you not, all the time, I tell people I'm from Jersey. There's no place like Jersey where everything I learned about life, I learned it from New Jersey. So I just want to know, is that something similar or anything like that?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like I'm so blessed to be from Jersey, and then leaving Jersey made me appreciate it so much more. Like the hustle in me, like my personality, like everything about me is Jersey. Like you're gonna know I'm from Jersey by my accent, as they call it, and just like things like that. Like I'm from Jersey. Gang.
Right. So one of the big accomplishments you have had so far in your career is being the tour DJ for Jack Harlow. I know you described how you just pretty much shot your shot and you was able to land that after auditioning, everything like that. But what are some things that you learned on tour that has helped you, in your career now?
I learned a lot on that tour, and it's funny because like every tour you have, you learn a lot, and even just in life, every year you learn so much. From that tour specifically, I would say I learned like how important it is to like keep building your brand, and establishing who you are yourself. That was like my biggest takeaway, like leaving the tour, like I started focusing on like just building my name, my brand, and that just like took me to a whole nother level after that tour. I just really saw it through.
Oh, that's dope. And I know how I found you was pretty much through TikTok, where, you're having all these animated, just you're vibing, your crowd, like you're just so enthusiastic with your work. I want to know, I haven't experienced you live on set yet, but are you just as like lively like in person?
Yeah, 100%. Like I have the time of my life when my headphones are on and the music is kicking. Like that's when I really get in my zone. That's when I really like I'll walk into a space and I'm very shy, very quiet. You would not think it's the me that you see on the internet. And then once I'm behind a DJ booth playing music that I love, like I just get into it and act like myself.
Nah, I rocks with that. Like going through your mixes and going through your set lists and whatnot, you have a wide variety of genres and a wide variety of blends. I know you credit that to, the music that you grew up on, coming up. But what's catching your eye right now? Like from hip hop to house to like all those things. What's on your vibe right now?
On my vibe right now, I would say is house has actually been coming up for me. I've been listening to Fred again. And if I'm being honest, I didn't grow like listen to a lot of house growing up, like that specific house, but like Nia Archives, like you said, like things like that have really been coming into things I've been listening to a lot. Don Toliver is someone I always listen to. He's really one of my favorites right now. And Tommy Richmond is also on my list for sure. I love his sound, the variety, everything. Like he's fire to me. So tapping into everything.
Nah, I rocks with that. I feel like I haven't heard a single set list yet that didn't have a Don Toliver song. So,
Period.
like I feel like that has to be like your little staple, like your little staple thing there.
Yes, he is really one of my favorite of all time for real.
So let's speak into existence. You're gonna be a tour DJ soon. So let's put that
Imagine,
in there.
imagine. I've always wanted to be like on tour with an artist who like really like is so hype and like matches my energy to the fullest. So he's definitely that.
Nah, I got you. So like so far, how would you describe your 2024 where you're building your brand, you're establishing everything, year's almost up. How would you describe this year for you?
This year was full of waves for sure. A lot of lessons learned, but like it's been just so amazing this year, if I'm being honest. I feel very grateful for this year and just like the transition from leaving LA to coming back to New Jersey this year was also just eye-opening. I love this year, if I'm being honest, even though like, we all go through a lot of waves and shit gets rough and it has gotten rough, but like I made it through like every few months, even though it would go down, like it'll go right back up. And like I'm just grateful for those times and like learn from the downfalls and to just picking myself back up and knowing that like this everything is fucking possible and like just a year of like learning and just being grateful for it all.
Nah, like definitely that wisdom is crazy. Like all that experience and knowledge that you get from everything. But I'm curious though, what makes you want to move back to Jersey from LA?
Gonna keep it real. It was so crazy expensive to live there. So that was one of them. Two, I don't have family there at all. And friends wise, I didn't really have friends. I feel like I had acquaintances and I love them to death, but like people I call true friends have always been home. So it was just me and my man out there, and like I was just working my ass off over there. And then I feel like I didn't have any work-life balance. I was just working. And then I'm just like, okay, like my family, my friends, my home is on the other side, 5 hours away. Like that's really tough for me because family is really everything to me. So now that I'm back, I'm just like I felt like, which is one of the things I learned this year, like having that work-life balance fills up my cup to where like I can go be with my family and friends, come home and just like get to it. Like I feel like over there it wasn't, I was a little empty and like burning myself out by just working and then like hanging with myself after and really like what the fuck do I do now? But like over here it's just like I'm fueled again
Mhm. It's like you're always on go mode. Like even when you're relaxing, you still feel like, all right, I still gotta work on some shit. Like I still gotta
all
do
the
this.
time.
Yeah. So I commend you and I applaud you for, taking that leap of faith, but also seeing those rewards and now you're able to take those elements back home with you. So kudos to you for that.
Thank you.
So I know it's end of the year now, 2025 is coming up soon. What can we expect from you?
You can expect a whole lot of more mixes, a whole lot of more beats, pushing myself past these limits, more events. I want to cater to like teaching other women and people in general, like showing them that this is possible, and then I'm here to be a teacher from everything that I've learned, and I'm still learning from people above me. So it's just like, I'm always a student, but I always want to give back. So I really want to do that next year, trying to figure out how, because I feel like I'm just so overwhelmed with so many things. But those are my biggest goals for next year, and then to keep pushing, like push through, trying to complain less and just get to it.
Ah, facts. You gotta have that little gratitude journal or something you gotta write like every day.
I've been doing that. I just bought my journal again because I usually journal, but I haven't had a journal in a minute. So like it sits there, and right when I was getting ready, I was like writing just to like, I'm thankful for these things and just keep pushing, and here we are.
Nah, I love that. And just how do you like collect yourself, when you have those moments? What are some methods that help you, bring you back to earth?
Um, if I'm being honest, it's really the rough times
Mhm.
that I'm like I'll be going through it, like having a rough day or whatever, but then it's just like I feel like I would come home and I want to write. Like I want to write down things that I'm thankful for because they're still there, even though like I had a rough day or I feel low, like these things are still there. And when I write them and get them off my chest and like have Zen and just be with myself for a little bit and just bring myself back to earth because like I'm so grateful and so blessed to be where I am.
Nah, always gotta protect your peace. So
Right.
and without that, we wouldn't have you here. So definitely appreciate you having you here. Before we close out, I realized that you are a gamer, and I would just want to know what are your favorite games to play, and are you excited for anything new that's going to come out soon?
I only play Call of Duty. I love Call of Duty. I've been playing since I was a kid. back then when I was a kid, I played so many more games like Sonic, Monkey Ball, Mortal Kombat. Like I have
Yo,
a brother,
I ain't heard
so
monkey ball forever.
I know every time I say that, people are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yo, that is a core memory in my head. Like I love that shit." So nowadays I really just play Call of Duty. I've tried 2K, blah, it's okay. I used to play Madden a few years ago, but I don't know, like I'm locked in on COD or nothing else.
And let me find out you be dropping nukes on everybody.
I wish. I wish.
So like are you more like multiplayer or Warzone? Like I can't get JB with Warzone. That's too slow for me.
Are you serious? Not
It,
even like Rebirth, like Resurgence, like it's like a quick one.
Nah, I think I'm just so used to multiplayer. Like for me, I play
Mhm.
multiplayer, hardcore, free for all. So
Okay.
I'm just going
Damn.
all the chaotic shit. So
Yeah.
like I feel like it's too slow for me.
I love Warzone. Like the last Warzone, not this one, the new one on Black Ops 6. I'm trying to mess with it, but I'm like so over it. I miss Rebirth, but very much multiplayer a lot. But like I had my Warzone phase where like it was nothing but Warzone. So I'm 50-50.
Nah, I feel you. Well, you're on Twitch, right? You stream and everything like that.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitch.
Awesome. Also, definitely gonna be tuning in, but I definitely appreciate you taking the time, Naya. Definitely check out Naya on her socials. Check her out on Twitch. Definitely check out her mixes. And if you're somewhere nearby, definitely make sure you tap into the venue and check her out for real, for real. But I definitely appreciate everyone tuning in X's and O's. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and follow X's and O's on your favorite social platform. And I see y'all next time.